What's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2025 Toyota Sienna Woodland. Up front is a 2.5 liter inline 4 as well as a hybrid system, and down below is an eCVT. Now I am super excited to be driving this Toyota Sienna because they facelifted it here for 2025, as well as the Woodland is a new trim level. So I'm excited to dig into those with you today. The Sienna has always been wonderful and I think it will stay that way. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. But let's get back to that 2.5 liter with the hybrid system. Well, that is standard across the Sienna, and I actually really like this system. I'll put the horsepower up on the screen. It's a pretty standard system, and paired to the eCVT, I like it quite a bit. For a run-of-the-mill vehicle that you just need to get A to B, shuttle some kids around, you don't really need a whole lot. Like I said, it does have an eCVT. However, I think that that's fine unless you do plan on towing. You might want to look for a more traditional transmissioned van if you do want to go towing, or of course go up to the bigger full-frame vehicles like the Sequoia, Tundra, Tacoma, things like that. Last but not least, this Woodland Sienna is all-wheel drive, which is absolutely fantastic. Because of that hybrid system, they're able to use the electric motors for it, which is really, really cool. How does it feel to drive the Sienna? It drives normally, drives great. It's easy to see out of. The throttle is fine, the steering is light enough. You know, they build these vehicles so pretty much anyone can drive them, and it really does come through in that. The ride quality was nice and quiet too. I took one on the highway for about 40 minutes this morning and found it a rather pleasurable experience, so I'm sure it will soak up whatever road trip you plan on taking it on. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have a completely digital gauge cluster. I don't mind these. I think the modern Toyota gauge clusters are a little bit cluttered, which I don't love, but it's fine enough and it does the job. On the steering wheel on the left, we have our selectors for that gauge cluster screen, as well as phone options, voice command, volume, and off to the right, we have our cruise control and skip track. Off to the left, we do have a climate control vent, traction control, automatic high beams, and our 120 volt outlet, along with our gas cap release and power door off. And then on the door, we have our power mirrors, power locks, and power windows. Moving into the center, we do get a big infotainment display. Absolutely love this. I think it works really well. This does have Toyota's updated system, which is super nice. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is fantastic. Again, used that a lot this morning and it worked pretty well. And here is the backup camera in case you're curious. Then we do have our climate controls, dual zone climate. Love to see that. We do get heated seats here on the Woodland. However, the Platinum will get cooled seats. So if you do want that, I drove a Platinum earlier today and that had the cooled seats. So that is an option available. We have a wireless charger down below that. And then we have some cup holders. So we will do a big friggin' bottle test. However, it fails in nearly every regard. There's a front one, a second one, and two mid ones, and it fails all three. So across the board, the Sienna is one big fail. To the left, we have the shifter, pretty standard run-of-the-mill shifter from Toyota, nothing new there. But we do have our power parking brake, auto holding brake, EV mode, and drive modes. So we do get sport, normal, and eco here in the Sienna. Can't imagine putting a Sienna into sport mode and not laughing, but you know. Then like I said, cup holders down below that fail, and we do get a big opening center console. However, on higher trims, there is an optional cool box that goes behind this that acts as a sort of pseudo refrigerator. The seats are nice and comfortable. They are heated and power, which is nice. Don't really have any major complaints about them, so I'd like to keep it that way. These are gonna soak up many, many miles, and that's a good thing. However, speaking of seats, we do have 2 more rows of seating, so let's go do some backseat reviews. All right, getting in the back of the Sienna. It's been a couple years since I've been in the back of one of these. Button on the door. They do have really nice grab handles to get in as well. Big cup holders down there, 2 USB charging points, a wall outlet, and I do get these sort of cup holders in the back, these little sort of stringy ones. Space is impeccable, unbeatable. It's lovely. My knees have 2 feet before they hit the seat in front of me, and if I remember correctly, yeah, I can scoot all the way. Look at how much motion that is. Holy crap, wait. this, you can literally touch the back seat. So in its furthest back setting, I can stretch my feet out and I'm not hitting the front. I think I'm on a little bit of an incline. Hold on. Oh, the kids are gonna love this one. That's so fun. Yeah, I can move this all the way back. I'm bouncing off the seat behind me. I do have my own climate controls up here. Dual zone at that too, so I could sync the second row if I want. So technically 4 climate zones, which is great. And I do have some shades up here, which is really cool as well. But this is so cool. I haven't seen a van with this much motion forward and back. That is really, really neat. Speaking of which, however, let's hop into the third row. I'll find this is a comfortable amount of room, so we'll test it with that. Third row is solid as well. 2 cup holders on either side, 2 USB-Cs on the passenger side, but not on the driver's side. It's good. It's good. And like you saw, you could scoot the seat all the way forward and live like a king in the third row then if you want. So definitely very, very neat. Nothing else to really report about that, but I'm truly shocked and very happy with the second row of seats and subsequently the third row. Let's hop into the very back. We'll take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, around the back of the 2025 Toyota Sienna XLE Woodland, and we do have a press and hold button here on the key fob for the power rear liftgate, which is fantastic to see. Now, we do have options to stow the rear seats down into the bottom. We do get a wall outlet over here as well. Tons of storage space and cubby space. In the Platinum, you can actually get a vacuum optional here. So you'd actually have an onboard vacuum, which is very cool. But you also get the Woodland, really cool design floor mats. Sienna Woodland. Very, very cool to see that. Love that little design. So overall, that is the rear trunk space. Push this button here, and it is a power operated tailgate as well. Before we do hop up front, I did want to note as well that you can press and hold on the key fob, and it will power open the doors as well. So you have one button for either side. Press and hold it again. Will it close? Yes, it will. So it's open and close, which is fantastic to see, and definitely a very nice feature. If you're off running about and the kid has to run back to the car, get the soccer ball, get the Gatorade, get the goldfish, whatever, you can open it from afar. They don't have to worry about it, especially if they're younger. So very, very cool features on the Sienna, especially the XLE Woodland. Now we got to talk about the looks, and I like the look of the Sienna. They have facelifted it slightly for 2025, and this does get special wheels for the Woodland Edition, as you'll notice. So nice to see that. It's changing it up a little bit. It's what's known as a mid-cycle refresh here for the Sienna, so this is what it'll look like for the next few years while they start to plan the redesign. But with all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving the 2025 Sienna? Well, I think first of all, this trim is a little bit different of a trim. It's not the most crazy or cataclysmic trim I've ever seen. It doesn't change the dynamics of the vehicle. It's pretty standard. However, I do like that Toyota's having just a little bit of fun with the wheels and the looks and things like that. But the Sienna has always been very, very good, and that remains true here. I think this is one of the best minivans you can buy for several reasons. First of all, the hybrid drivetrain is fantastic. Toyota knows their way around a hybrid, and they do it very, very well. The seating position in here is great. It's easy to drive. I have good enough tech, power tailgate, things like that. And you have seating for 6 comfortably, 7 if you want to squeeze, which is definitely nice, and this is going to be a fantastic family truckster. So unfortunately, I don't have anything groundbreaking to share with you, but sometimes no news is good news, and the Sienna is still fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Toyota for not only letting me take out the 2025 Sienna, but they flew me down here to Charlotte, North Carolina. We're here at Charlotte Motor Speedway to drive some other fun stuff, but the Sienna was definitely up there. They've been absolutely awesome to work with. I appreciate them very, very much for this awesome experience. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.